yeah, like I was calling for help, like imagine you being given too much love and you're like, dang, this love is too much. I need help.
So you got too much love and then you had to call for help.
Yeah, I was just imagining if love can become too much, what
Yeah.
could you do? So I was like,
Now,
you call for help, maybe give up some.
now the help you were calling for, were you calling for police or you're calling for another person to come and share that love with you because it was
No.
too much? Or what are you calling the help for? Mujevale, Mujevale, Mujevale. My name is Bani Kibuka, and welcome to another episode of the Ugandan Boy Talk Show. Welcome once again to the Ugandan Boy Talk Show with your boy Bani Kibuka for a new episode on the podcast. And today is a special day because I get to host one of the upcoming artists in Uganda. He goes by the name Extreme, but I'll ask him his real names and he's going to tell us about his life. So, Extreme, welcome to the show.
I'm glad to be here. I'm glad.
Yeah. So your name is Extreme. I'm sure that's not the name your parents gave you. What's your real name?
Yeah, my real name is Jamil Isa. Yeah, but for now I go for it by Extreme.
Extreme. Okay.
Yeah,
Why did you choose Extreme? What is so special about it?
Extreme. So first of all, my name wasn't in the beginning. It wasn't Extreme.
Mhm.
So it was Jim R. But when I went on the internet, there were so many people going by that name. So I sat down and tried to think about something, and I was like, somebody just said something like extreme.
Yeah.
So I felt like it was a cool word and asked my friends, and they were like, yeah, it's fine going by extreme. And yeah, I started calling myself extreme, and yeah, I
Yeah.
go by extreme.
So that's your stage name.
Yeah, my stage name for now.
Okay. So Jamil, where are you from?
I'm from Deje, and it's in Wakiso.
Okay.
That's where I say for now, and I record my music from Deje. Still, the hood, like it's my hood right now.
Yeah.
Like yeah, that's where I do my music, and yeah, that's it.
Yeah. I was born in Wakiso, but I was just my town is called Wakiso Town Council, but I went to school in Chisubi, so I'm familiar with Deje. I lived there. I had friends from the area. So how tell us about your family? Like, do you have any siblings and family members, mom and dad?
Yeah, I have siblings and I have mom and dad. I have everybody around, and they're the people supporting me as per now. They're my support system, and they give me all the zeal to do
Mhm.
whatever I'm doing. And yeah, that's supper. And family is everything to me. That's it.
That is nice. Family, yeah, definitely family is important in everybody's life. So when we were talking before we started recording, you told me you're a musician, you're an upcoming musician, and you told me you were in school. Tell us about your school life. Where did you go to school? And if you're currently in school, which school are you in right now?
So, like primary, I went to St. Joseph. It is in Rubaga, and it was one of the cool schools then, and it was getting grades then. So, O level, I went to Our Lady of Africa, Namilyango. It's a Catholic school. And HSC, I went to Budo SS, and yeah, Budo SS is basically so much about music, drama, and all that. So, they made me my passion for music grow bigger, and like they gave me the energy to be who I am right now in music, because they have so much the guitars, pianos, and all that. And I had, like, in dormitory, I could be with my guitar and play out. So
Mhm.
I had the freedom to love music and be in a school which allows me to be a musician. So yeah.
Nice. Also, to add on that, when you told me you were a student, you said you were studying journalism. So, since you're an
Yeah,
artist, why didn't you go for music, dance, and drama, and you went for journalism? Why did you do the choice?
like basically I know like music is a passion and I can do it and like that, but I wanted to pursue journalism just to get some or maybe advertising skills and all that, because these days it's like you have to get used to the internet, so many things changing. So, and many musicians don't know how to use the internet, and I don't want to be among them. So, and I have the talent that could need polishing and training and all that. So, me going for music, dance, and drama, it's like I would be wasting my time. Yet I could learn something new and add on what I already know. So that's why I decided to go for journalism.
Yeah, that is really good because even today, in today's like country, Uganda, you have to be, I think they call it multi-skilled. So you
Yeah.
don't put all your eggs in one basket. Whether you're a musician, you have to have another skill that brings addition to what you have. Because you might have a talent of singing. So addition to that. So I definitely understand on that. So when was the first time you realized that you wanted to become an artist? You want to do music?
Yeah. So I realized that I wanted to do music when I was in my form one, and I was with my friends. So we were singing some, was it Katy Perry? I don't remember, but we were shouting and yeah, when we are young, but shouting with music, and I don't know. Then I felt like I can do this. Then I remember I wrote some funny song and I sang it to my friends, and they laughed at me and they were like, "What's that?" and all that. But I realized that really this is what I want to do, and I started listening to Justin Bieber more and more and more, and I started to sing.
Mhm.
So it went on and on. The more I grew and the more I changed to different schools, I met different people, different cultures, and yeah, I learned different ways of doing music. And I guess by Form 6, I was doing real writing
Did you ever how do you call it? When the prefect stand were you like a entertainment prefect in high school or no?
No, I wasn't an entertainment prefect, but I remember like dancing on stages, like if there is like something like a function. So I
Kadanke.
was always there. Yeah, kadanke. Like if there is something, I was always there. I want to be like, I want to be seen, and I want to be seen. I want to dance. I want to do everything like, and I want to sing. So some people remember me on the stages, maybe when I was dancing at school, maybe when we were performing guitar in the dormitories. So every weekend was like a concert to
Mhm.
my friend. Yes.
That is interesting, and I definitely remember because I went to high school. But the reason why I asked you if you're entertainment prefect, these days you hear a lot of artists. Oh, I was a most of the artists today they will say I was an entertainment prefect in high school,
Yeah.
or I did this something that connects them to music. Um,
Yeah.
and on that same topic, who is your favorite artist in the whole world, like from
In the whole,
international and then Uganda?
yeah, international, I could say there are three. Sam Smith, he's the first guy because I like the
Mhm.
way he sings. Um, Justin Bieber and what is Bruno Mars and Bruno
Bruno
Mars,
Mars,
those
yeah.
two.
Okay.
So I like the way they sing, and I can try to sing like them. Though when you're in Uganda, you don't have to sing such music. You have to
Oh,
turn.
yeah, no,
So
you just said you can try to sing like them. So go to Makapela ka Bruno Mars now. Yeah, I don't want to put you on the spot. Okay,
yeah,
let's just so you said some Smith. How about in Uganda? Who is your favorite artist in Uganda?
in Uganda, basically, how can I see? There is Joshua Baraka. He's just a new guy
Mhm.
because that's and this guy he sings Baby Mpako Sanyu. What is his name? Nava Gray.
Mhm.
Nava Gray,
I like
Joshua
Nava Gray.
Baraka. Like, what is this guy? He sings with Easy Dingidi. What is his name? This guy who sang Sanyu, he sang Sanyu. Baby Mpako Sanyu. Something
I
like
don't
that.
think I know that song.
Yeah, but yeah. Such
Yeah.
kind of music.
One thing I've liked about you is like you not because off the back when I ask people their favorite artists, especially in Uganda, they'll go for those big top artists, like really known people. But you, even if you know all those big people, you go to what you like you follow. That's what I've taken out of your answers is from what you enjoy, like not because these people have big names, but you enjoy their music. And that's something that it's not a bandwagon because everybody says, oh, I like Chameleon, oh, I like Bebe Cool because they have big names, but it's just from passion. So is there any local artists in Uganda that you've ever met or been on any concert?
Yeah, I've like my producer,
Okay.
Pete Malone. Pete Malone is he's an upcoming artist, but he has been singing with Weasel in a couple of a few songs, and people say he sings like radio, but yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah, I think I've listened to a song where somebody was sounding like a radio, and I was like, who is this guy singing in this song? But yeah, that's definitely good. And yeah, I want to tell you like thanks for reaching out because I started this podcast to just share stories from people and bring people like you who are trying to start up something like singing. I've had a few people on here that are upcoming artists, and some of them are professional artists. Like I don't know if you know Quicks.
Quicks.
Yeah, the singer of Kachumbali. Do you know the song
Yeah,
Kachumbali? So like most
yeah,
people know the song than the person who sang the song. But if you go on my YouTube channel, you'll find those. I have another artist, Buka Chimi, um, who sings Beer After Beer. I don't know if you've heard that song or
I've heard this one.
he
I've heard this song.
sings Ebidu Mabayaye with Angela Ketatumba. And then I have like another upcoming artist, Sema is actually one of my childhood. He's my friend. Like he's like my young brother, but he's an upcoming artist. So this is a platform where you can come and talk about yourself and what you want to do. And I know you mentioned you have one single that you refuse to send to me. Um, you said you're gonna
And I'm
send me
going
the
to.
song. You didn't send me the song, but I know you said you have one single. What's the title of the song? What's the song about? Let the people hear it.
Yeah, the song is called All of Me, and it's all about love, and it's like a story of a guy, like when you're at home and you're waiting for your lover, girlfriend, whatever it could be. Maybe they've been at a long distance relationship, and now she's coming back, and you're singing her this song just to show her what you really feel, and you're like, for tonight, I really want to give you all of me, and
So, what made you write that song? Have you've been in love, or are you in love, or what?
no, basically. So music is funny, like it comes just like I don't know, like a bongo, just like a cloud. So a harmony came to me like, cause so, and I was like, cause something came. So like
Mhm.
I kept adding on stuff and stuff like
Yeah.
that, and it sounded cool to me, and I was like, wow, I
Okay.
guess I should put in some feelings. And yeah, I listened to some few songs there, and yeah, I got inspired, but not basically being in love as such.
So when you send me the song, I'm gonna add it to this episode so our listeners can actually listen to your song and get to know you more. Because when they listen to what you can do, um, maybe that will give them a better understanding. So you
Yeah.
mentioned this song, you call it "All of Me." Didn't you just copy John Legend's song of
No, like,
"All of Me"?
yeah, basically, even my producer asked me why all of me, but and I was like, that's what I feel like. Like I want to give somebody all of me. So if he said all of me, it doesn't mean just that I can't say all of
Mhm.
me.
Yeah.
And yeah, and we can use the same words, but with different meanings and with different feelings and emotions. So I could use all of me because
Mhm.
it's me. Yeah.
So how long ago did you record this song?
What it was like a month because like I went to studio like I keep going to studio, like you keep going and you change stuff. You're like, I don't want this,
Mm-hmm.
put this there, I want this beat, and maybe I made this mistake. The speed is a little bit so I wanted to give it some time because this was like my first song. I want to give it time. So
Yeah.
I didn't want to rush on it, and I wanted to give it some a bit of ample time, and I didn't want to rush the producer because sometimes when you rush the producer, he gives you what you don't wish for. So that's why I gave it some time. So it was a month's time. It was not just this song, so it was an EP. It's an EP we are working on,
Okay.
but I have to release just this song to see what the feedback of people and first create a harmony and create friendship and something like that.
How many songs do you have on that EP?
6.
6. Okay. What's the title of the other? Like, give us two titles of the songs that you've not mentioned.
Remember Me. There is one called Remember Me,
Mm-hmm.
and there is one called Walala.
Walala. Okay. Are these English songs or there's some mix in Luganda, English? What language are you singing in this song?
Remember Me is Afro pop and it's English,
Yeah.
and Walala is Luganda, just like Walala, like calling for help. It's like somebody calling for help.
Okay. You were calling for help.
Yeah, like I was calling for help, like imagine you being given too much love and you're like, dang, this love is too much. I need help.
So you got too much love and then you had to call for help.
Yeah, I was just imagining if love can become too much, what
Yeah.
could you do? So I was like,
Now,
you call for help, maybe give up some.
now the help you were calling for, were you calling for police or you're calling for another person to come and share that love with you because it was
No,
too much? Or what are you calling the help for?
like, attention seeking, like when you're just shouting for people just to know
Okay.
that you're really having fun. Like sometimes you just shout just because you want people to see the attention. Really, I'm
Yeah.
being loved here.
Yeah.
Like you're shouting, yeah, to show them, yeah, this is too much.
Yeah, so extreme. I'm really enjoying this, and this is funny because I usually have a set of questions to ask people ahead of time, but you are the person who came, like you came to me, and I know we had plans to record this, and when we started talking, I was like, why don't we just shoot this? Because this is the first episode I'm actually doing without the questions, and all the questions I'm asking you right now are coming right from my head and just enjoying and going with the flow. So I think we're doing pretty good, and I'm enjoying like having you on the podcast. And like I said, my podcast is open for everybody, whether you're famous, whether you're not famous. And I want to put myself in this position like to lift everybody. Most people who listen to this podcast very often, they know the title of this podcast is We Rise by Lifting Each Other. So like no matter where you are, what level you are at, I'm gonna try to lift you. And myself, the level I'm at, there's somebody else who is gonna lift me. So we're all gonna lift each other. So we all rise together. And that's the reason why I want to give you this opportunity to come here and just showcase yourself and people get to know you. My podcast is played all over the world. Like we're playing about the whole country, Uganda, Kenya. I'm based in the US and people listen to that. So that's very good to have you on the show. So what's the goal? What's your ultimate goal in music? What do you want to achieve in music?
My goal, maybe I love Africa, and I think I want to make one song that could be listened to by the whole of Africa. And like I want to leave a landmark, maybe sing a song that is not just Uganda.
Mhm.
So my dream is to be beyond Uganda and have somebody listen to me from South Africa or anywhere and they don't know me, but they relate to the music or like music which says something like how we listen to music of the whites and
Yeah.
we really don't know them, but we love what we listen to and we groove on the music. So I want somebody to groove on my music someday and they're like, wow, this is love.
Mhm. What genre of music do you do?
Like I'm so crazy. Like I can do reggae,
Mhm.
I can do Afro pop, I can do R&B. It's according to what I feel like, but this album is sorry, the EP. The EP has just me being me. So there is Afrobeat, there is Afropop, and Zouk, I guess, Zouk.
So I'm gonna ask you a question right there. You said it's an album, and then you corrected yourself
No, no, no.
to an EP. What's the difference between an album and an EP?
So an album is a couple of many songs. It's more than six. It comes to 11, but an EP is always brief. It's kind of from six below 5, 6. It's always smaller than the album. So the album is always bigger than the EP. So yeah, that's
Okay.
it. That's the difference.
How have you been able to balance education with music? I know schools are closed at this time. I don't know if you go to school, but how have you been able to balance that?
I guess with the pandemic and the lockdown, we had more time to do so many other different things. And yeah, that's when I got more time to do this. But still, even when we're studying, like university is a bit flexible, that you can get time in the evenings. Maybe you have morning lectures and in the evening you're free. So you get some few minutes like hold up your produce and you're like, yeah, I'll be coming in the evening. Yeah, that's how you try to balance the time.
Okay. Um, I don't know if in the beginning you told me how many siblings you have when I asked you about your family. How many siblings do you have?
I didn't, I can't tell, I can't even count them.
Yeah.
I'm from an African family and I'm proud to say I have so many siblings that I can't
Yeah.
even say that. Yeah, so it's a big family. Yeah,
Like
yeah,
20?
family.
Give it a
Yeah,
number.
big around.
How many people are in your house like right now, like where you live?
Right now,
Mm-hmm.
11, I guess.
Okay, 11. And they're all from your mom and dad, or you have step brothers and steps? Oh,
Brothers, cousins,
okay.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
but
I
everybody,
understand how a African family can be.
yeah.
So how did COVID affect you, your music, and your family?
Musically, it was kind of too hard because remember, we are not working. Like I work with some boutique and we were selling clothes, but now it was down. So which means you're not getting money from anywhere and you're stranded. And yet you can't go to studio without money. You can't just go there and you walk in and you're barehanded. So we have to look for other solutions to get money. Everybody else is home and you had to, like right now, I miss like it's so many years without studying, like 2 years, and
Mm-hmm.
we are still in year. I've been in year two for 2 years. Can you imagine?
Wow.
So, so it's hard. I wanted to graduate and maybe move on, do my music better, but so which means that's time to lag me behind with my goals and stuff like that. So the lockdown or the pandemic has been so I don't know even what I could say, but
How about to your family members, since you're very many, and how has that affected you and your siblings?
no, there is no problem. Everybody's doing something
Mm-hmm.
like music, others maybe are nurses, some are doing other things like business, some salesmen and what. So that's how they manage to support me.
Yeah.
So yeah.
No, I meant about how has COVID affected your
Oh,
family and your siblings? Yeah.
oh, anyway, to the positive side, everybody
Mm-hmm.
has been home, and
Okay.
yeah, we got to relate more and
Mm-hmm.
have fun. Like everybody's home and yeah,
So you got
some fun.
something good out of the lockdown.
Yeah. And you get inspiration, you get so many different moods around, and yeah, you get creative with everybody around.
Yeah. Yeah. Once again, I want to thank you for reaching out. But I can ask you another question, like what made you reach out to me to wanting to be on the podcast? What's the reason why you reached out to me that you want to be on the podcast?
So basically, I was following a podcast, and I was following your stories and all that, and it looked like you're caring about the Ugandan child or whatever. You look patriotic, and the information there was like fair and balanced. It was not all about name or fame or something like that. So I was like, let me give it a try and say hi to this guy. Maybe he could maybe realize if I have anything in me or some gold or anything.
Right.
So I was surprised and I was happy and I was like, wow, people who really care. And yeah.
That is really good. Because the same feeling you get when you message me, like, oh, let me give you a shot. And it's the same way I reach out to people who are above than I am, like celebrities. I'm like, hey, I want to host this guy on my podcast and I want him to come here and share his story. And I'm like, let me give it a shot. This guy doesn't know me. And the same feeling I get when these people accept to be on my show, that's the same
Yeah.
feeling I think you should. So I want to it's called pay it forward. Like the same feeling somebody does to you is the same thing. And that goes back to what I explained to you earlier about lifting each other. And that's the same thing I want you to keep or learn from my podcast is like just help somebody who you can help. So whatever you can do in any capability that you have to help somebody else, that's something I want to teach everybody and all of us to learn. So we're coming close to the end of this episode. But what's one thing that you want our listeners to remember about you, or you want them to know about you?
Oludeo omukwano ye nze nobyesibe ninagwe where you are baby I need your love ngatoni kumpi mpulira bubi ebyesibe indagonjase cause I need your love I need your love, yeah, cause I wanna give you all of me tonight, cause I wanna give you all of me tonight. I guess that's enough for them to remember.
Nice. I didn't even want to interrupt you because I felt really special and precious and just wanted you to enjoy your moment and do something for the listeners. And I hope everybody listening to this podcast is enjoy the moment. And I'm glad that I've been able to have you on this podcast to just showcase yourself and what you're trying to do. And I'm hopeful that if you stick to what you want to do, your determination, you will see the bright side. I know things might be hard, life might be hard in Uganda, but stick to your dream and keep chasing your dream no matter what. And that will happen for you. So, a few questions before I let you go. What has been your life lesson?
My life lesson.
Yeah, what's something that you've learned out of this life at this point?
I guess at time you have to be alone to you have to be alone to get stronger and you don't need anybody else to realize how strong you are. Just give it a shot and you can be what you want to be. I guess, yeah. Because
yeah, that's good. That's good. That's good. And I'm glad that you say that. And people need to remember that sometimes you they say if you want to go far, go alone or something like that. There's a quote that says that. But yeah, sometimes all you need is yourself to realize how strong you are. Um, who would you like to see on this podcast next? Who would you like me to host on the show? I mean, it should be somebody we're able to find. If you mention somebody that you know, then you're gonna help us get the person. Or if you mention somebody that we both know, then we'll try to find the person.
But what if I mention somebody that I know, but I'm not close to them as such?
Then we will try to find him together.
Okay, I want you to find Joshua Baraka. Like he's talented, and yeah, he's young and he does good music. I don't know him personally, but his music has.
Where is he? Where is he located? Where is he at?
He's in Uganda.
Okay.
Currently.
Okay.
Yeah. He has an EP out, I guess.
Joshua Baraka. So yeah, you're gonna try on your end. I'll try on my end, and we'll find Joshua Baraka on the podcast.
Okay.
So yeah, Extreme. I want to thank you for your time. Thank you for your sacrifice. I know it's expensive to have data to even talk on Skype, on Zoom for this long. So I want to thank you for your data, your time, and being on this podcast. So it's a privilege when I get to host people like you to come here and share your talent.
And I wanted to thank you so much. I'm humbled, and I didn't believe that it was going to be true, or maybe to be on the podcast. And I was surprised you sent the link. And yeah, thank you so much. And I wish you all the best with your podcast. And yeah, success.
Thank you, sir.
Hey there, I am Bonnie Kibuka, the host of the Ugandan Body Talk Show. Thanks for watching my video, and don't forget to hit subscribe and share with a friend. Tune in every Saturday at 9 a.m. Eastern Time for a new episode of my podcast. And for more information about this podcast, follow me on my Instagram page, talk_show_256.